Wanderers, welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen Podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Krieg Insurance.
As you gather with family in this upcoming holiday season, you need to ask yourself if you have done everything you can do to protect them if something were to happen to you. If you don't know where to turn, that's where we can help. Give friend of the program, Matt Krieg, a call today. Matt Krieg of Krieg Insurance is a knowledgeable provider of life and health insurance. The last thing that should be on your mind this holiday season is either one of these insurance issues. Take the guesswork, stress, and headache out of it all and call Matt today. The Wondering Dutchmen Podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen Podcast, coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
The Wandering Dutchman! Yeah! The Wandering Dutchman! Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Wandering Dutchmen Podcast, coming to you from Smoker's Lounge. Today's episode is brought to you by our buddy Matt Krieg of Krieg Insurance. We are in the lounge on a Friday night, feeling good, feeling frisky.
Frisky.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think I could nearly qualify for it. Hey, did you try plugging that in?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It did not make the renovation.
I'm going to throw it in the fire whenever
CGI fire.
we go for the break here.
Yeah, we're going to get rid of it because it doesn't work. We hope you're having a good day whenever you listen to this, Friday morning, if it's in the morning time. We hope you have a great Friday. We're into December, not in real time, but in future time when this airs. We're in December. So
When you're listening to this, me and Mace are getting ready to pack up and head home from Colorado.
yeah, I love how you just keep rubbing it in.
You were invited.
You might want to check that.
You were 110% invited.
It was discussed, but I never
Multiple times.
received the invite because I said I'd be interested.
Yeah, sorry we didn't put the fucking letter in the mail.
I would appreciate that.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just in a dickish mood.
Dickish.
Dickish?
Yeah.
Old dickish. Feeling a little peckish.
No.
No.
Peckerish?
Dickish.
Dickish. I got
You are what you eat.
a story I want to share. I got a story I want to share with you guys.
Let's hear it.
So every Friday, there's been a tradition in the Lindemann household for pizza and a movie at Papaw's house.
Ooh.
And we've been ordering from a local pizza establishment on 231. And today it was an absolute shit show in there. There were about 8 people standing in the lobby area waiting.
Small lobby.
That's a very small lobby.
When I rolled in, and friend of the program, Chad Worthwine, was there. And we made eye contact because he was standing inside, and then he came outside and we started talking. And he informed me that, you know, the top, the circus top, was not big enough for the circus that was going on inside. And so we just stood out there. I was like, I'll just hang out here for a little bit, see what's going on. And Chad and I were just talking, and let me know that one guy was pretty fired up. Another lady had been standing there an hour waiting for her pie.
God.
And I was like, there's no way this is going to work.
I don't call them pies. Both you guys call them pies. I just call it a pizza.
Pizza pie, man.
I know.
You're from Richmond.
Yeah, I'm not that classy.
Different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just talking, and I noticed that the guy completed our order. I had 3 orders of wings, 3 pizzas, and he put them in the warmer. And I was like, I'm going to go in there and just pay and walk on out. He goes, you're going to do it? I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. So kind of get the nerve to go in. I'm standing there. I don't know if he followed me in, but he came in later. I just kind of moved to the front of the crowd, waiting to pay, because I knew that was my order. Like, could identify it. And old boy working, there was an issue. The reason for the backlog, they didn't have any of that receipt paper. So, like, when one order comes across, they pull the receipt off. They'll put it, like, on the warmer, like, corresponding with the rack of whose pizza is where.
So they didn't know whose was whose.
Yeah, exactly. It seemed to be a classic mix-up there. And so the guy finally gets to me, and I give him my name, and he's like, all right, here. And, you know, the old tip thing came up, and I was like, you know, just in honor of these people, been waiting for hours, I'm not going to, you know, tip. And so, out of
Some
principle,
might say that would have been the best way to tip because you didn't have to wait that long.
solidarity. Well, I timed it right. You know, I smart about my, doing these things. I add an extra 10 minutes to what they're going to tell me. And so we were standing back there, and I told him my name, and I was like, yeah, I had, because I realized it was an identification problem. And I said, 3 large pizzas, 3 wings. Here's what the pizzas are. Here's what the wings are. And he kind of stood there. And a guy standing to my left goes, yeah, it's the one you just put in the warmer. And he was like, oh. And the guy in the back, I was like, oh, thank you. Like, I wasn't going to go there. I was hoping he was going to figure it out. So guy's like, yeah, that's it. That's your order. So I go up, grab it, walk out. And, boy, you could feel the stares coming down
Looks
from some
could
folks.
kill.
And, Chad was just chuckling. So I hope Chad's wings were good. Hopefully he didn't wait too long. But
Man, I haven't had pizza and wings and shit, I can't remember when.
I had it last night. Well, not wings. They were more for less chicken tendos and some tombstones.
Now, next recording one, not the next one, the one after that. Oven will be working. We ought to do that. We'll bring the air fryer out or the deep fryer. Yeah, pizza and wings. What
Sounds
movie
good.
did you watch?
Well, it wasn't really. It was some Christmas, some classic Christmas cartoons that we put on for the kids.
Shit, yeah.
The second youngest wanted Dino Trucks, so he threw a little fit. But as
That's
the
a good one.
as the problem solver I am, I was like, hey, let's go get you a juice, buddy. Like, it'll all be okay. Like, life's not that serious. But then my lovely bride, our youngest, had another checkup for his ears and another ear infection. And
We're
so,
going to be to tubes already.
well, we haven't got that call from our buddies down there at Deaconess ENT.
Dang, poor fella.
Yeah, because this is at least number 4 or 5, and we'll have turned 5 months there November 24th. So, yeah, he's destined for it. But
Probably needs a little whiskey on his gums.
well, he's starting to do some of that chewing on some things. Not quite like puppies do when it comes to stuff, but
Yeah, it's playing in the headphones. Glad you're
Don't worry about me.
keyed into the conversation here.
Yeah, I got it. No
Yeah.
problem.
yeah, it's excellent stuff. We, yeah. So, Smoke Dragon, what you got going on?
Guys, I've been so daggum busy.
Mm-hmm.
I
Who
feel like
shit?
Not me.
Did you shit?
I didn't shit. Did you shit?
I don't know. Oof. Got a weird funk here. Sorry.
No, I might have a funk. I've been busy.
Yeah.
Well, when I got here, I thought Dave maybe was out in the rain because he was already glistening there a little bit.
I called
just
him
got
earlier
done.
and asked if he needed anything from town, and he sounded like he had got done running a marathon. And he called me back. He's like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I was trying to hold up one of these cabinets, and I didn't have a screw in the grill, and I probably shouldn't even answer the phone anyway, but I did, and I was trying to talk to you on my watch, and I'm sorry."
I just, sometimes you just got to burn the candle at all 3 ends,
Yeah.
Like I'm burning both ends, and I stuck my wick out the side, and I've lit that fucker up too.
Just don't stick your wick outside around kids. That's not
yeah,
good.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, they frown upon that.
Made a lot of progress since we last met, though, on
Yeah.
the shop here. And then our friends at Love Excavating, they're out today taking care of a bunch of plumbing work. Are you guys making out? Hell yeah. We got a couple Dutch wives over there necking in the corner.
Stop.
Get your tits out.
Get your tits out. Anyway,
Getting rowdy in the lounge.
they got all the plumbing done. Nope, that's not true. They got all the plumbing roughed in, stubbed in. There's no fittings yet. Urinals hung. Tomorrow, they're coming back. We're going to dig through, trench everything in. We're going to hook the septic up to the shop. We're going to run the water line.
Thought that was Sunday.
No, that's tomorrow.
Okay.
We got to get that done. And then that gives me 3 days to finish the inside of the bathroom.
Are you burping?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what I'm smelling.
Oh, we solved that
Do you
problem.
need a shitter?
Yeah, you got one?
I do have one.
Is it a tall one?
Yes.
Bring it.
I do have a shitter.
Now, is it going to match the motif in the bathroom? Is that going to bother you if that's an almond-colored toilet and you
It's
got a
white.
white?
It's white.
Oh, okay.
The urinal's kind of almond color because it sat in a barn for 40 years, I think. We got to get that thing cleaned up.
Where did you get this urinal from?
Don't you worry about that.
Oh, good Lord.
It's like Johnny Cash's Cadillac. We got it one piece at a time, boys.
Secondhand urinal.
No, it was second hand from the guy I got it from, so this is third hand.
Oh.
At least.
Seen a lot of piss then.
Dicks.
Yeah. A lot of dicks in its day.
Well, as low as them boys
I was
hung
going to
it,
say,
just
as
gonna
low as
pee
them
on top
boys
of
hung it, they might see some vaginas,
hold
too.
on. The thing is, I'm thinking it's probably hung floor to the rim. I bet it's the same as any other urinal. But most urinals are twice as tall as this one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is like a short stack. So you just got to be careful. You can't just let your little pee bob hang on the top of your nerds and not push her down, or else you're going to be pissing on top of it.
100% going to be urine on top of
I'm
that.
going to paint the handle.
You
for
pissed
sure.
on my poplar, and I'm going to be pissed off is what I'm going to be.
Brother Dave, you just might be fixing for that.
We got a dark corner now, and I think I'm okay with it, but I felt like I needed to light up the documents of freedom over there.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, you just got to be sure folks know what's up.
Yeah, proud Americans.
That's right. That's right.
That way, when you come out from taking a big, healthy shit, you get the spotlight right in your face.
Everybody knows.
You just done something in the bathroom.
You guys sweat after you guys work up a sweat when you shit?
Can't say that I do.
No kidding. Man, I tell you what, I can't get off the crapper and not have a good bead of sweat rolling.
I think you sweat no matter what.
Yeah, I'm a sweaty guy.
You run a little hot, Brother Dave.
Well, you think how fat I'd be if I didn't? I bet I'd be 6 pills.
That's the science we're going with.
Yep.
I watched something on TikTok the other day, and at first I thought it was AI, and then I did a little deep dive, and it wasn't. And it was one of them, like, my 600-pound life. And
My 600-pound wife.
she's not 600 pounds.
No.
600-pound
Comes
life.
the groom.
And she sat down on the hotel bed, and it broke. And then she started screaming at her husband, who was like a swelt buck 135, soaking wet. And she just giving him all kinds of hell about the bed. And she couldn't get up on the bed in the hotel. So I think they
Mama dead, Gilbert.
they broke the bed down and just put the mattress on the floor. And then they struggled to get her up. Why you would put that on TikTok?
You guys ever had the mattress on the floor situation?
Yeah, it's college.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, I don't do it now. Like I'm,
I haven't done it since college, but in college I definitely.
Justine and I did that in my parents' basement for like 6 months while we were remodeling our house that we live in now.
I bet you,
You
did,
also
you old
did it in
dog.
Kentucky, didn't you? Didn't you put the mattress on the floor? In
Oh,
Kentucky?
yeah. The final night, yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That was fucking weird. Sleeping, I just had anxiety going to bed because I thought I was going to break that fragile antique.
You'd have got 3 sorts of hell if you'd have done that.
I know it.
It's okay. Big fella, what do you got going on?
I don't know. I don't even have time to think.
You want a
Just
hug?
running kids and basketball, and we had what do we have? 3 games this week. Practices every day that we don't have games. Religion. Today was literally the only day we didn't have any sports or anything. And then it was wild because I came home and I got there before the kids and sat down, and the warden was off the day, yesterday. So she did all the cleaning and everything was all souped up and nice. And I just sat down and started scrolling and fell asleep, and the kids came home, and it was like everybody just kind of went their separate ways, and they were enjoying their little bit of a break, and you could have heard a flea fart in the house for a while. I mean, it was just wild.
Was that what it?
Everybody was just kind of zoned out, relaxing and shit, and it was actually really nice. But
Do you think
I'm ready for that in Colorado.
2 things
It ain't going to happen.
on that? The first one is, do you think that looking back, like all the running and all the stuff we do, like for our children, it obviously means more for them than it does us, right?
yeah,
Like, is that why we do
Not
it?
now, but I think I'm hopeful that someday when my kids have kids and they're doing this, like, damn. Whew. No wonder Dad was so pissed all the time.
You think that's it?
I don't know. It sucks being busy all the time. And then changing faucets. I had one of those, I think TikTok calls them dad crashes today. Jenna tried to get a couple videos of that. It wasn't good, boys.
Well, you're running hot.
Same with me. I haven't got any deer hunting in. My garage is a mess. The yard probably could stand to be mowed one more
mowed
time.
Finally last week for the first time in 8 weeks.
Man, mine's all that onion grass right now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it.
It could be, it could probably be knocked off one more time. The fall decorations outside need to be taken care of and removed.
What's going to be Christmas decorations there on the Masoner side of 1025?
I don't know.
Are we going to get the sleigh up on the roof?
Our Sasquatch popped a hole. Santa sleighs toast. We don't really have any inflatables left.
You got Santa. You got the plastic Santa.
I do have that vintage.
Now, you guys want to know something that I was thinking when I was mowing for the first time in 8 weeks?
How great a job Logan Clark did.
Actually, those lights did turn on while I was mowing. I don't think that I had any beers mowing this year. I never once strapped the cooler on the mower. That's how busy I've been.
I can't believe we're at the end of 2025.
I'm going to have to push snow with beers because I didn't mow with beers.
Listen, we done enough of that snow bullshit last year.
We got a brand new sledding hill in the backyard.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd be a mudslide.
Not if they're...
Not the kind that comes in your britches either.
Beaver slide.
Yo.
But no, I just.
What do they say in Ratchet's Gemstones?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, no, I just.
Doug kept
Great
saying
point
it
there,
last
Dave.
week.
Been just kind of. Yeah, just been going.
Well, it's that funk.
You?
Hey, but we're on the right side of the grass. Could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
That is true.
For sure.
Gotten in the deer stand a couple times. First time out was, I think, Monday. In real time. Got out there, saw one. Wasn't anything spectacular. Wasn't worth, interrupting big fella's evening to help me get it cleaned up and all that other stuff. And then I was out there Wednesday, and I shared the video with you guys. There was a spike that was running around chasing does, and that was entertaining to watch.
I must have missed it. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the alien videos you sent. Gosh, dang.
Maybe you're just blocking my text messages.
No, because I can go back once you bring them up and I'll watch them, but damnation.
But the deer one is kind of entertaining because you just saw Mother Nature working, and little did they know there was a guy sitting in a tree with a 308, just letting them live, which is kind of a weird thing. But no, we went to the kids attended their first Pacers game. Went up to Indianapolis, watched a little NBA basketball. Zoe danced before the start of the game. I could have stood up and touched the jerseys that hung up there. We were that high up
Was
there.
that Saturday?
That was Saturday.
Me and Mace was at English Deer Camp.
Yeah, no chance I was going to be able to make that.
I tell you what, I ain't put in the work like that in a long time.
Some people just ain't cut out for deer camp.
What is that, attack at me or him?
No, that's the one at me.
Pretty poor performance.
What happened, Brother Dave?
Well, neighbor Doug picked me up about 9:30, 9:15, and
They
he
got
forgot
into the
his-
weeds pretty hard. Not like the weeds, but like they.
He forgot his coat, and he's like, I was like, just go home and get it, because he's like my neighbor. I was like, buddy, we're right here. Just go get your coat. And then he said, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna get my coat. And he got out of the truck, and he said, hey, should we have a cocky tail? And I was like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you no. So we had us a bloody on our way to Denny's. Then we had Denny's for breakfast, and that's what a feller needed. That kicked it off real good. That was probably about 10 o'clock. And he said, you need a refreshment for the ride, because he was driving. And I was like, yeah, I'll take one. He's like, well, you better take two. So I had a couple of those. Then we stopped for a leak. And then I had a couple more. And then we got to deer camp. And I think part of it was I didn't know everybody there, and I didn't want to be lame.
Oh, so you went overboard.
Old brother Love, he was like, Smoke, you was drinking 3 to my 1. And at deer camp, I drink pretty. I don't hold back. So about 3 o'clock, we went out, to hunt.
Oh, boy.
So I rode with brother Love out there. ended up calling for dinosaurs on the side of a stump on this power line cut. And he was like, "He just run off a deer." I was like, "Ain't no fucking deer out here." Then I took me a little 3-hour nap in the back of the buggy. There's some pictures of that rolling around.
Videos, too.
And then made it back to camp, had an amazing pork chop.
Oh, man, they were good.
Full cabin, real full cabin. And we've already established that I run hot. So I wasn't going to sleep in that cabin where there's 15 fellers sleeping. And so I went out to sleep in a bed. I didn't see this.
You didn't take your CPAP along, huh? Listeners, what you're hearing there through your speakers or headphones is not too.
Nothing's fucked here.
That first sound was not two deer mating in the woods, but that was Brother Dave sleeping. Yep. Yep. No sleep apnea there, folks.
Pretty rapid respiration rate, too, there. A lot of very, really getting after it.
No sleep apnea
I
there.
had a great time.
Yeah,
I had a
we
great
go.
time.
We did, too. I got up. I picked Zach up about 4 o'clock, and we cruised on up and sat around the fire. I had a great supper, man. I mean, it was good, very good. And then I put a mattress in the back of my car because I knew the cabin was overflowing at that point. So I had prepared, and it wasn't real cold. So I slept decently. I parked my car on a pretty uphill grade,
So you could plug in your CPAP.
so I could get close to the cabin and plug in my sleeping apparatus, which I felt like I was sliding down a mountain the whole night. But
I slept in
I
the
made
bed
the-
of neighbor Doug's truck without
outside,
a CPAP.
outside,
And I
yeah.
had to lay across the bed so I could use the wheel well as a pillow. And then I felt like a hot dog on the grill because the damn ribs of the bed,
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep great. And at one point, it hit me that we're in the middle of the Hoosier National Forest down there. And is that Crawford County, I guess?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's awful squatchy out here, and I'm going to finally prove the existence of Bigfoot by getting butt fucked by him out here in the middle of nowhere. And I got a little nervous about it. So then I couldn't sleep.
That
Everything
kept you from sleeping.
Everything I heard was, a predator. So I was clenched up pretty tight there.
Cheeks
for a good
pretty
amount.
tight, huh? Oh, shoot.
But I'll have was not violated by Bigfoot.
Oh, that's
not going
good.
to say he doesn't exist, but he had better things to do.
Yeah. I guess it was Rhino's first time in the big city. So he was kind of excited about it. He didn't understand the rules of the road when you're in the city of you don't talk to anybody, you don't look at anybody, stay close. We had to remind a lot. And we got in, bought a couple beers right away because, we had plenty of time. And he's like, Dad, I'm thirsty. I was like, well, you can't have one of these, pal. So we did a Sierra Mist. They're a Pepsi product facility up there.
Ooh, I like Pepsi.
And that was a mistake because that boy pissed about 65 times. And when you're sitting up there by Jesus up there in heaven of Gainbridge Fieldhouse, that's a big climb for little legs.
Hell of a walk.
And then finally, we were going to cut out early because we wanted to get back home and all that other stuff. But I told Janelle, I was like, we'll go a couple minutes before halftime, beat the rush. And there was about 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and Ryan tugged on me. I was like, yeah, what's up, buddy? He's like, Dad, I got to pee again. I'm like, all right, well, we're all leaving now. Good time to go.
Perfect.
But it was good. It was good.
I hope you should just had him piss off the backside.
That would have been ideal probably for him. So, but it's good. It's good for us to get back together. We're going to hopefully get Big Fella here in a little bit better mood by the
Hell
time we're
yeah.
done. No soggy sorrows here. But before we get into it, we're going to hear from our buddy, Logan Clark with Lights by Logan.
Okay. The countdown to Christmas is getting real, and so are folks getting their Christmas decorations up. Listen, you're busy with everything going on in life. Don't be that Grinch that doesn't decorate. Lucky for you, we've got a guy. Lights by Logan is the go-to provider of outdoor Christmas lights and decorations in DuBois County and the surrounding area. Check out Logan today on Facebook or give him a call. He's booking up fast. Don't be a Grinch at Christmas. Be a Clark Griswold.
And we're back. Big fella.
yeah.
Big fella, what you got?
Well, guys, you know,
Tell us, big guy.
I had an interaction today at work
Ooh.
that some would say was,
Are you going to use the word dickish again?
well, no.
You were going to.
Some would say was extremely comical. A few of the guys one of the guys that was with me said it was the funniest thing that he's seen so far.
Ever or just at work?
At work with us. So let me paint you a picture.
Go ahead, Picasso.
Your burps.
I didn't even burp that time.
That's me.
It's you?
That was me
yeah,
on
that,
that
one smells like
Fucking
old bologna.
meat sticks or something.
Pizza, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's everybody blaming me.
Well, you did admit to burping earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I burped.
That's tough.
God, this is the fattest podcast this side of the fucking.
There was a YouTube comment where the guy was like,
The Wondering Dutchmen Podcast.
something like, "Oh, some big fellas, eh?" And then this short sucked, and so does your pod.
So's your pod.
And I responded back like, pretty. Oh, you're some big fellas, eh? I think is what it was, and I just responded back, kind of snarky.
Snarky.
So this afternoon, it was a rainy day today in real time on,
November 21st.
November 21st, 2025,
11/21/25.
Friday.
Hey, Brittany, did you see me, man?
It was extremely rainy today. So we had done some
Moister than an oyster.
we had done some. We're in leaf machine mode, picking up leaves. So me and my colleague were out picking up leaves, and then the other two they were out cleaning catch basins, and then we had the street sweeper running. So we got it to the end of the day. We had a part-time guy retired, like he's not going to come back. Next mowing season, he's hung it up. He's turned 75, and he said, "I'm done. I've had enough." So he's not going to come back and mow next season. So we went to the Gaslight Pizza and Grill for their Friday pizza buffet for lunch, and then after we finished up with that, we went and continued on with our leaf route. And the young fella that I was with was tasked. One of his responsibilities is to take care of the trash on historic 4th Street. Like that's his gig. Like that's his responsibility.
Okay.
So we go back in for fuel and to do everything around 2:00 and kind of it was a 2:00 break kind of day because it was kind of shitty and rainy and we didn't really have much going. And we had been running leaves all week, so we were just kind of catching up with some of the late piles that had been put out and all this stuff. So
this here looks good for the weekend.
yeah. So anyway, I was like, hey, we still have to go dump the leaf wagon, and because we don't want to keep the leaves in the leaf wagon over the weekend because since it was wet, all that water and leaf juice, we call it, will run out on the shop floor and all that stuff. So we're going to go and dump the leaf machine. And my colleague says, "Oh, hey, I hate to break it to you, but we still need to run trash on 4th Street." I was like, "Oh, shit." Well,
No time like the present.
so we might as well we'll take the leaf truck and we'll just throw the trash bags in the back of the leaf truck, as we go to dump. Okay, so that's a great idea. So we start on Geiger Street, and some of the trash cans were pretty full because of the Christmas stroll from the week prior. So they were pretty juicy, pretty full,
Ripe.
pretty ripe, pretty full, so
Had some warm days.
we made our way, to through the west block of 4th Street. Then we cross the highway and we get into the east block of 4th Street, and we're right up there by the new ice cream shop. And then we make it up to in front of the Butcher and Barrel, and then we've progressed up to kind of right there, just east of the Yard Goat and the Butcher and Barrel, and we're actually sitting pretty much in front of the Rugged Foot.
Shout out
For folks at home that are keeping score at home, you know kind of where we're at, geographically. We're in a Ford F-350 dump truck pulling let's just say 18 foot long leaf wagon machine, vac machine. We got our flashers on, we've got our strobes, it's all lit up for safety, we're there.
Dialed in.
I'm on the north side of the street. My colleague's on the south side of the street. We kind of work together. Like, I run the north side, he runs the south side. We're pulling trash cans, swapping the bags out, and this individual had pulled up behind the leaf machine. I was already preoccupied changing the trash bag on the north side of the street, whereas he had finished up on the south side of the street, and at that moment had waved this individual to go on ahead around the leaf truck, because we're in the driving lane of 4th Street, and this individual, with a very direct and annoyed hand motion, is pointing like this, like he's pointing towards
The South.
the south, like, no, like just really finger fucking the shit out of, like, no, I want to go here, Well, I just continued to finish my trash bag swap, and unfortunately the bag had busted on the way out.
That was a bad one.
So I had asked my colleague, I said, hey, bring me another bag. I've got to pick all these fucking lemon shake-up bottles and lemon halves off the sidewalk because the bag blew out.
Gosh, that sucks.
Where at this point, the individual that was behind the leaf machine that negated the hand signals to proceed around us comes flying like a fucking bat out of hell around the leaf machine, pulls up in front of your old law office, throws this old 4Runner in reverse, and starts backing up to like parallel park in front of the Rugged Foot. And I thought, oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
Making friends, which is what we do. As street department workers, we're making friends.
Face of the city, some would say.
So he backs in to the spot in front of the Rugged Foot and opens. He exits his vehicle, which at that point he looks directly at me, and with a very anger-driven tone says, "Early in the morning would have been a better time to do this shit."
Probably was a former street worker himself.
And I
Ew.
am standing there with my rubber gloves on and this bag full of lemon halves and other people's trash.
And said, but who would have fucked your wife?
And I did not say that at all. I kept a
Calm demeanor.
extremely professional, extremely high level of professionalism. And I said, "Listen, buddy, why don't you just go on down there to 508 East 4th Street to City Hall And you can put your name in the hat for the street superintendent, and you can make the rules on what time we change these trash cans.
Oh,
And then at this point, and then I said, and for that matter, heaven forbid you have to walk a little bit farther to take your dog to the groomer, because that's what he was doing. He was taking his dog to the
I didn't know
groomer.
there was a dog groomer.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We took Monty and Murphy up there. Does a fabulous job up there.
Mischievous mutts.
Does a great job. This is no reflection on mischievous mutts, by the way.
So I say this with a very loud and direct tone,
Because it can be loud up there when you drive over the street grates.
because and the leaf machine was running.
Oh,
So then I said, I said what I said, and I said, heaven forbid you should have to walk a little bit farther, because he could have just pulled right up there in front of Ricky Flanz's office and just walked down the sidewalk, and everything would have been fine.
probably had a little ankle dog, didn't
No, big ass, like 100-pound German Shepherd.
it? Okay, I respect that a little bit.
Yeah. So then he looks at me with and at this point we're making eye contact, and he looks straight at me and says, "Go to hell." Like real bad, like just directly at me. "Go to hell." And at that point, I weighed my options. Do I continue to engage with this person? Do I turn the other cheek and just take it on the chin? Or do I go over there and knock his fucking teeth out and just completely jeopardize my employment?
I would say you do more than just jeopardize your employment there.
Yeah, right.
That's a
So I got these three options that I can pick from, A, B, and C. Well, I picked option A. And I said, "Happy Thanksgiving, sir."
ooh, that gets him.
And I walked over and I put my empty bag of my bag of trash into the truck, and we got in and pulled up to the end of the block, up to Jackson Street, to change those two last trash cans at the end of the block. And he went ahead with his dog to the groomer. At that point, my colleague, the young fella that I was changing the trash bags with, is about to have a stroke. He's laughing so fucking hard. He's like, "Did you hear that guy?" I was like, "Yeah." "Did you hear me?" He's like, "Yeah, I did. I was really thinking you were going to say something totally different than what you did." And I was like, "Well, bud, sometimes you just got to...
I mean, you picked the right option there.
You just got to do it, And that was my topic. Is like my topic simply states, just kill him with kindness.
I love how you do that.
Simply states.
Simply states.
And that's the way. That's what I'm getting at. But like, I feel like I got my New Balances on a little bit, and my get off my lawn. But you know what? Like, we got a fucking job to do. And yeah, was it inconvenient that we came through there at 2:30 on a Friday afternoon, pulling
I would argue most folks should be at work at 2:30.
pulling roughly
It's not summer break.
probably 30-foot rig down a street that's already absolutely stupid to park on? But there was plenty other parking spots available for
But
him.
if the trash would have been overflowing, that would have been a whole.
It
other
100% was.
My dog couldn't even keep his shit together because there was goddamn fucking lemon shake-ups all over the place.
So the wastewater superintendent was actually driving down the 4th Street area
Hell of a guy.
at the same time. And so he kind of like observed this interaction, as it was happening. But like, he just kept driving. To where then when we went and dumped the leaf wagon, I seen him pulling in, to the treatment plant, which is right behind. It's adjacent to where normally we haul our leaves out to Wagner's, to the county compost in Boulder. But since the weather was shitty and the location that we dumped the leaves is not conducive for a 2-wheel drive pickup, we didn't have a full load because it was a Friday, and Friday we play catch up, so we didn't have a full load. So I thought, instead of taking it all the way out there, we'll just dump it into the yard waste pile at the city's at our limb yard down there on East First Street. And I seen him coming into the treatment plant, and I called him. I said, "God damn, I thought I was going to have to call you for backup there." And he said, "Wow, what was that guy all upset about?" And I said, that he had to walk an extra 20 feet to take his dog to get a fucking haircut. He's like, "Oh, my God." And he made a good point. He said, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. They bitch because the trash is full, but then they bitch whenever you're up there to change them because you're inconveniencing their ride of travel, And I think that's the whole thing that gets me. It's like people are in such a damn hurry all the time. And, judging by the time that we were up there, he probably had like a 2:30 appointment to have his four-legged friend up there to get pampered and get his hair cut and stuff.
What do you think the dog's name is?
I don't know.
Duke.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, probably.
I was thinking like Brutus.
Fucking Cujo or something with this blowhard. You know what I mean? Like, but
Daisy.
The thing that I'm thinking, it's like, well, motherfucker, maybe you should have left a little earlier. Maybe you should have allotted a little bit more time to get up there.
But
Maybe
people
he had a poop.
But people don't think about. I mean, first off, people's situational awareness is so bad and low that the guy couldn't see the giant truck in the way there. But it's kind of one of those deals that that's the general public nowadays.
So it happens all the time, and especially for us, because we're out there, we're doing what we got to do. We're, for example, we had just we poured a whole nother section of concrete up there on 19th Street. This week we're continuing that sidewalk project with the community crossings, going from basically continuing that loop through Hunter's Crossing, up Chestnut, down 19th to our shop to the North Side Park, to where if you live in that subdivision where like Teddy Ball Game and our brother Cordo and our brother Nathan Frick and Coach Haywood and all the folks that live in the Hunter's Crossing, like you could take off walking from there, walk out to Chestnut, all the way up to through Chestnut Gardens, take a left on 19th, walk all the way down 19th to the North Side Park, and then double back into Hunter's Crossing. It's going to be a nice walking path for the citizens that live up there. And when we're up there working, on 19th, there's a hill there, so we have to close the road because there's no way that we can monitor the flow of traffic, because instead of putting like a yield to oncoming traffic sign because it's a blind hill, we've got to close the road because of those potential for accidents to happen on that hill. Well, unfortunately, all the folks that work out there on West 19th, at OFS, those couple factories they got out there, those plants they got out there, around lunchtime, it turns into 19th Street turns into a super highway because all those folks are trying to come in town to get them a bite to eat or go to the dollar store or run to the bank or do whatever they got to do. Well, we closed the road and we were up there. We had just finished Fresnoing the concrete, running a steel trowel, slick it off before we broomed it. And a colleague of mine had the pole from the float pole sticking out the side of the truck on the bed, cleaning the tool that we had just got done using. Well, a car, actually a pickup, had negated the road closed sign, drove around the sign, and came up through through the section of road that we had closed. And I'm like, because he's going to hit the pole. Like the float pole was in that lane. Like it was sticking, because they're long.
Yeah.
And I'm like freaking whoa, and the guy just looks at me, and I'm standing there, and I'm like giving him one of these like, what are you doing? Like the road's closed, type thing. And of course he just looks at me and fucking just gives you the finger and all that shit, And we are a direct reflection of our employer. So we can't engage or react to those, because obviously if you get flipped off in public, like your direct response or your rebuttal to them is obviously to just fucking fly them the bird right back. You know what I mean? Or give them the old, the California fuck you, type thing, but we don't do that because we have to maintain a level of professionalism when it comes to those situations, which is extremely hard to do, but a lot of times when we have these verbal altercations with the citizens or with the public, with John Q. Public, I just like to kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Which could definitely come off a little sarcastic or snarky. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. Like, do you guys have you guys ever been in a situation where like somebody has either like road raged you or to the level of like where you can't interact with them on a level of unprofessionalism to where then you would have to, i.e., kill them with kindness? You guys ever do that?
Well, it was funny when you were talking about this story. When I worked for the Parks Department in my younger days, me and maybe a friend of the program, Brady Blessinger, we might have been in the back 40 down there at the park, and Brady had just gotten a slingshot. And that back 40 is known for the squirrel population. And we might have been out just seeing how, the old slingshot worked. And some older lady walked the park all the time, knew who she was. She came flying around the corner. Don't you shoot that squirrel. And we just scattered like hopped in the gator, got the hell out of Dodge. By the time we got back to the shop, Dale goes, were you guys up there the back 40 shooting squirrels? No, we were checking trees out there. We were making sure everything was okay. But, you talk about your level of professionalism in my former life and dealing with some of those that had committed alleged crimes and later would either enter in a plea or be convicted. The old expression was, getting motherfucked. And it happened a lot. And really the stance that I took is, like I'm not going to get bent out of shape because of the source it's coming from. And so when there's a lot of that, I don't even consider, like you say, the kill them with kindness part, completely get it, understand it. But some of it is, it's just like, are you done venting? Like, I'm the only guy, and I used to say this all the time. I'll look at them, they'll motherfuck me about something, and I'll look at them, and I'll tell them, I am the only motherfucker in this courthouse trying to help you. So if you want to be shitty to me, that's fine. You can. We'll get this across the finish line. We'll get done. You go on with your life. I'll go on with mine. But you can't have that kind of conversation, obviously, when you're working out street department and you're working. You're not having conversations like you are with that guy. But in the hospitality business, I'm not a frontline staff person.
Right.
In the department and area that we work in. But you hear some of these stories from people, and it is outrageous how much of the shit sandwich they have to eat when it comes to, guest recovery and different things like that. And a lot of times, especially in the hospitality business, they're angling for something free because they've read it online, they've seen a TikTok, they've seen something where they think, hey, if you're just an asshole, they'll give you something free, which there is some truth to that, but there also gets to the point where people are like, okay, just don't come back. Like, that's fine if you had such a bad time.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not talking specifically about my employment or employer. I'm just saying in general. But, yeah, you kill them with kindness, but you also kind of take that, like, snarky. Like, sometimes the kill them with kindness in that situation does turn into, oh, that kid's just being a smart ass, because that's exactly what that guy thought.
No, it's
When
because
you-
that's exactly what I was being.
Exactly.
Yes.
And sometimes they look like
Because I didn't have time for his shit.
Well, and the funny thing
'Cause,
of it
we
is,
got a job to do. You know, yes.
this guy went back home and said, "You wouldn't believe what happened today," and shared a completely different story than what occurred. He would have came up like he was, Pope Leo, being friendly and waving to you at the basilica, and this is, not the situation. But if people don't realize it, John Q. Public and the public in general, the less interaction you can have with them, the better.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't care about anybody but themselves. That's all they're worried about. Anything you do is an inconvenience to them. And they're not, and these people, the likelihood of these people, they're not happy no matter what. Mm-hmm. And you could call this guy's 10 best buddies and you could say, "Hey, is John Q. Public a happy guy?" No, he's a crotchety old bastard. But we enjoy hanging out with him because of X, Y, and Z. It's baked into the cake.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Baked into the cake.
I don't know. It just pissed me off.
You should have threw a lemon at him.
Well, that's what my colleague, the younger fella there, he said, "Yeah, I already got that trash can filled or, switched and everything, but I didn't really advance on to the next can because I was just standing by just in case shit got physical."
Well, and it's
And
good.
I was like,
but on the
I don't
flip
think
side,
you need to worry about that.
But on the flip side, it's good that you have another set of eyes there.
Oh, yeah.
Because this guy could have called City Hall and said, "Hey, the
I
400-pound guy running around in high vis flipped me the bird and motherfucked me when I was just trying to park and take Daisy Duke in for a haircut."
I actually referred him to the city office because he would have gotten probably the same interaction up there than what I gave him, because they just they don't understand what we have to do and when we have to do it.
Yeah, it is what it is. So we know Dave kills him with kindness.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got the biggest, kindest Karen bone in the shop.
Yeah. And we're back, everybody.
We are back. At this rate, it's going to be a 6-hour podcast.
Well, it's fine. Well,
It'll be edited down to a nice, swelt hour and 20.
sunglasses. Fuck's sake.
They're right in front if you want to grab them.
Yeah, you keep going. Tell us your topic.
All right. So I was thinking about this today when I was walking out of the office, because this is one of my tendencies. But what are some of your guys' main OCD tendencies?
Are you kidding me?
Well, not like full-blown OCD. I mean, there's some people that truly have like a bad case of OCD, but like some tendencies where it's just one of those things. Like, for instance, the one I'm talking about today, I have an OCD tendency in regards to making sure the coffee pot is turned off, where I will be like walked out of, like I will text Janelle by the time I get down the driveway, "Hey, did I turn off the coffee pot?" if I don't check it like 2 or 3 times. Like, I've even gotten into the habit that I will shut it off as I'm pouring because I just take a travel mug with me, like to make sure it's off. But I will check that coffee pot 2 or 3 times. Work today. Coffee pot's been off since probably 11:30, and it was 5:15 when I rolled out of the office. Totally out the door, turned around to check and make sure the coffee pot was off. It is a weird, like I don't know why. I don't know if I think like going to burn the house down with the coffee pot, but it's just one of those things. It's a weird OCD tendency of mine.
I feel like I got lots of them, but now that I got to talk about them, I don't know. I got specific ways I like my pens on my desk, my pens and pencils and my marker and my highlighter.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, they got to be in the right order. So if you need to grab them at a pinch, you know where they're at. I like my dollars, my bills, all facing the same direction, head up, small to large.
We've discussed that before.
Yeah, you got to have that. I like the way that the lunch meats and the cheeses are in the fridge, so it's conducive to being grabbed when you want to make a snack. Never know if you're gonna have to make a snack when the house is on fire. You don't want to be digging around for anything.
Organizes meats and cheese.
Things like that. Things of that nature. Yeah, and it's weird because you come in here sometimes like, this guy's not OCD. Look at this fucking hellhole. But there's some things I'm just real damn picky about.
Another one of my OCDs is my organized messed piles. Like that's how I keep. I'm not good at putting stuff away, but everything has its purpose and
Well,
sits
you
out.
know exactly where it's at.
Exactly.
Faux show. That's probably we could go on all day with these little things here. The gas situation in the truck. Like I don't like it to get to a quarter tank, but I don't like to fill it up if it's still above or at a half tank. Because then
I run that son of a bitch till a light comes on, and even gamble sometimes.
Me too.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a funny story. You talk to a friend of the program, Andy McHugh. He'll tell you how I ran us out of gas going to Dolphin Island. But, it happens.
Toilet paper over the top, not around the back.
I don't think that's OCD. That's just normal human behavior.
Okay, fair enough. That's good.
I don't think I have any.
There has to be something.
I'm such a scatterbrain fuck. I don't think I have any, honestly.
There is nothing that you're like, it has to be this way. Sock drawer, underwear drawer.
I live out of a basket 90% of the time.
Something that other people do that like is an OCD thing where you're like,
Well, my son leaves his underwear in the bathroom after he gets done taking a shower all the time and just thinks it's no big deal. That pisses me off, but I don't know if it's OCD. Like, hey, fuckface, come get your shit out of the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm OCD about wiping. Like, I'm always afraid I'm not going to wipe enough. So I probably wipe more than I should.
So
how do you think blind people know when to quit wiping? Do you check? Like as you wipe to be sure that everything looks like it's good to go?
yeah. I mean, that's
So how do
obvious.
blind people know when to stop? I'd wipe right through the front side if I was blind because you just can't know.
I bet there's.
What do you mean? Wipe through the front side. What do you mean?
Maybe
I'd
they
wear
do.
it all out. I'd just keep wiping until I popped out of the front side of me because you'd never know if you were done or not.
I mean, that's a great point. Great question. I would imagine that there's probably some
Think they sniff it?
techniques that they learn.
You got to sniff it.
I mean, there's still going to be a stench.
They're
on
going to
there.
smell like shit.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, if you got a clean butthole, I mean, it's not going to.
Maybe they're big bidet people.
I don't know. I doubt it.
That could be a possibility. Maybe it's a feel thing. How about this? Here's a little experiment for you. Next time you go shit in the dark, and then go till you think you're clean, and then turn the light on, and then see how clean you really are.
I think you'd be able to tell. So we're going to get pretty graphic here. Do you, when you sit down to take a shit
Yeah.
and you deposit that initial load,
Yeah. You flush immediately so you don't.
I got to share.
Let it
not
bake a little
Yeah.
bit.
I flush immediately and then.
Can you tell how the wiping is going to go?
Oh yeah, 100%.
absolutely.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Like if it comes out fast and furious, couple 2 or 3, and you're going to be done. If it comes out like that snake or like the clay turd where you really got to bear down to get her out,
Now you can. I feel like the method in which you sit, you can also impact the amount of wiping you have to do.
Maybe these blind people.
Like if you get over on one side and then you really stick it on that one side and pull over to be sure everything's as far apart as it can be, just to give a clear path through. You guys do that?
No.
Can't say that I do.
Oh man, I do.
Maybe
You mean like reach back and spread your ass cheeks and
But
sit
you,
down?
Like
you
Mike
bear
Honcho?
down on one side and then you just put all your weight on that one side and you pull to the other one, and then you kind of do the same thing back the other way. That way,
you're literally spreading cheeks like he.
yeah.
Yeah. No, can't say that I have.
Now, if you let one of them big clay turds go, you know it's going to be like a crayon.
Man, there's nothing worse than being at work and then one of those go, and you're like, shit, I'm going to be wiping for 37 minutes.
The warden just said squatty potty stool.
Jenna we have one in the house.
I don't use it either. I can't get my legs up that high.
Yeah, I'm too fat.
Your legs really go that high on that thing?
Oh yeah.
Hers does.
Now, if I had god dang, we could make a fat person squatty potty by putting like a floor jack on there. So you put your feet on it and then jack it up,
A hoist. He's got a hoist in there. You hear the chain.
I don't understand why we're talking about how blind people know if their assholes are clean or not.
Maybe they shit in shower. Maybe they're shit in showers.
What do they do if they're in public?
They don't poop in public.
So are we on? I've been thinking about this as a topic for a while, and I haven't wanted to bring it up because I didn't want to seem like a weirdo. But you guys do look to see if you're done wiping.
Yes.
I
Everybody
didn't know
does.
if that was just me or not.
Everybody does.
Okay.
If you're not blind, how do you know if you're clean or not? By looking at your toilet paper to see if there's any shit on it or not.
Because you don't want to roll the dice.
Right. So how do blind people?
That's how you end up stamping your sheets when you get up in the morning.
Oh boy.
Done that. Guilty as charged.
Sleep in the buff, do you?
No, but like my Duluths, when you waller around, they kind of sag down.
That's big guy problems.
I know. Yeah.
It is very much
We
so.
don't need-
I bet there's a bunch of little guys. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking?"
We don't need to get into
Yeah.
that, and we don't need to swim in them waters. But as far as going back to like looking at OCD shit, like I don't like we talked about that earlier on with the whole money in your wallet stuff, and you and Nobby were talking about how they have to be, biggish to little with the faces going the right way. I got fucking folded dollars in there. I got ones behind 20s, and yeah, like it. I just put my
That
shit.
gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I just put my shit in my wallet and get the hell out of the store.
Backing into parking spaces.
Now, see, we've got a rule at work. We're not allowed to do that.
Why?
There's a reason that makes sense, but it's not applicable everywhere. But that's why you can't be picky choosy. The thing is our parking lot. We've got enough employees that the last time the parking lot was painted, I mean, they went for efficiency. Like they went to squeeze every last parking spot they could. So the aisleways are not like a double lane. It's like a lane and 3 courts so somebody can get over and you can just get by without hitting mirrors. So if you pull into one of those spots, back in, when you go to leave, you're going the wrong direction. Now, we've got a parking lot on the side of the building that is perpendicular. You know what I mean? Like you could back in, pull in, and either way you're leaving at the same angle. But due to the fact that we have a lot of angled parking spots, and they're more angled than most because we squeezed them in there, you can't back in because they
Interesting.
don't want anybody going the wrong direction.
When I worked at the mine, it was 100% a rule that if you were in a vehicle, like a regular
So anything other than a bicycle.
you had like the foremans, the bosses, the superintendents, all that stuff up the office, like they were required to back in because when they would leave, they didn't have to leave in reverse.
Well, and I always like
Same-
to back in
same way with
because
the
if you
end-ups.
you get yourself into a pickle. You never if you got to leave in a hurry, you don't have to back out.
That was that whole thing. Just like when you would park your end up in the parking ditch, you were 100% not allowed to back out of the ditch unless you had like spotters and it was a big ordeal.
And
Yeah,
then
it makes
hitches,
sense.
like you don't want hitches just out there in the walking area.
Yeah, that's a big one too. I mean,
But I got bitch shins. I'm very sensitive to that.
Yeah, you're very sensitive to it.
I don't know. Like, I guess OCD wise, like, here's one that's quirky when it comes to eating. Like, if I'm eating a food that requires a dipping sauce, like, I won't put my dipping sauce in
On the plate,
on the plate that the food is in. Like, I always use like a dipping
vessel.
vessel.
It makes sense. You're a clean eater guy.
Yeah.
How do you stand on mixing? Like like some people really like the divided plates.
No.
But like my favorite thing about Thanksgiving, you start a base of mashed taters, then you put your corn on there, then your turkey and gravy, and then you put some cottage cheese on there because the cold with the warm is a nice offset, and then a little bit of applesauce, and then you just kind of eat it all together. And I'm a big fan of that.
Couch Guy's uncle did that one time. I went to his family's Thanksgiving, and that he just had like a bowl.
Hell yeah.
like just a big ass bowl. And
One of them
KFC made a lot of
KFC.
money.
he went through the whole line and just fucking ladled it all in the bowl and just mixed it up. And I was like, oh God, like you're eating cranberry sauce with mashed potatoes. Like that's just good, you know. And he's like, oh, it's all going the same place anyway.
Hell yeah, it'll all make a turd.
Well, that's true. Full
Speaking
circle.
of not anything to do with this, but don't know why it made me think of it, but it did. Went to the dentist this week, Thursday.
How was it?
Good. I was a little worried. I've been on the Zen train. This is the second dentist meet I've had since beginning the Zenin. And the first one, I was about 4 months in. He's like, your gums look great. I'm like, all right. I was real nervous because I'm a pretty heavy Zenner.
Yeah.
And got your gums and teeth look great. So, hey, Zen, the Wondering Dutchmen Podcast, we're heavy Zenners. We know the, health benefits of nicotine in small and manageable doses. So if you want to come on board, we're all here for you. And I can speak to the fact that it's not hurting anything as far as the dental. That's not science.
It's anecdotal.
From the blind panel, it wasn't brought up. So gums are still in good shape.
Well, that's good. That's good. No,
There's a reason that I thought that applied to your mixing food. Don't know what it was.
no idea why that would.
Just drinking beers. It happens. I'm
I
sweating.
really honestly can't think of anything that, like washing your hands 40 times before you leave the bathroom, flipping the light off.
Will you
and
mix
on.
socks? Will you wear mismatched socks?
Absolutely not. There's one. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I can't wear a gold toe and a Rule King Crew at the same time. No. Even though they're both the same color black, if they're not the same brand of sock, I will not wear them. No.
Do you guys, speaking of socks, are you guys white socks or black socks guys?
Black.
Now, see, I used to be white socks, and I thought black socks made my feet stink. And you're gonna say, "Well, the hell's that?" But every time I wear black socks, my feet would stink. But that was before I wore anything other than like slip-on leather boots. Since then, I can wear black socks and don't have the foot stink.
I think I maybe have one or two pair of white socks.
I buy the mixed pack of white, gray, and black. I prefer black. You know what I'm talking about? Like the 15-pack that's got like 5 of each color.
If you wear gray socks, you're a fucking loser.
If you think I'm a loser, then maybe, but I think that I would beg to differ, sir.
I buy my socks in a multicolored pack.
Gray socks.
I got a couple pair of gray socks.
Damn.
I don't know how I
Now,
got
are
them.
you a no-show ankle or cruise sock guy?
Depends on what I'm wearing, but a lot of times I go no socks because I'm hot.
Yuck.
With shoes?
Oh, no. I thought we were talking like Birkenstocks or
Well,
Hey
who the
dudes.
fuck would wear socks with Birkenstocks?
There's a lot of people that do. No, when I'm wearing tennies, I'm a no-show guy.
Yeah.
But I also got some like other, like I guess they'd be crew socks that sometimes I'll wear. It just depends what I got going on.
I'm wearing no-shows right now, and it's hard to do. Like, I feel like I wear shoes that are too big because if I wear a no-show sock, they peel off. Probably means my shoes are too big. So I like an ankle sock. But I found some Chinese no-show socks that have little rubber strips on the heel and the back.
That's what I have.
So are you talking about like no-show to the extent like you could wear them like, call them the old like boat shoe socks?
They're not that low, but if you wear them with a pair of like
mine
low-top tenny kickers,
Are they?
Yeah.
Low-top tenny kickers, you might see a little bit, but they're not above. The ankle socks have like an 1.5 inch strip above them, but I do have the crew socks for when I'm wearing boots.
See, now I got a pair of golf shoes
Yeah.
that haven't quite been broken in very well. And I've had to make some adjustments because I usually go no-show, like golf shoes,
Do you wear socks with Crocs?
when I mow sometimes.
I'm wearing them right now.
So if I can be in a place where I can take the Crocs off a lot, I'll go no socks, but my feet sweat. Like, look how much my face sweats. You put your feet in them rubber shoes.
It's probably because it's 90 degrees in here now.
That's why I wear Crocs and socks year round because I
Yeah.
can't. My feet sweat so bad I'd slide out of them.
I used to get athlete's foot real bad back through college. I haven't, knock on wood,
I'll
had
be
it
damned.
since then.
Pee on your feet?
No, I don't know. I think it's just because I stopped. I only wear leather, like I wore boots all the time, year round. That's all I'd ever wear. And then you take your boots off, and it's like, Jesus Christ, who killed the fucking, you know?
Yeah, there's going to be a sweat factor there. Or maybe you're just not using a communal shower anymore. That probably helps.
I always wore flip-flops in the shower. Is that an OCD thing?
I was actually thinking that exact thought. Like, that doesn't bother me. Like, there is people that like, I don't.
When I was going to the gym just in 2019, I'd wear flip-flops in the shower there, too, because I don't want nobody's... Like, feet weird me out. I don't like feet. Like, they're fucking gross. And, like, just to think about putting my bare foot where somebody else's grody-ass, grimy fucking, barefoot was at, I can't do it.
It doesn't bother me.
Now, you put me on a boat with a bunch of beer, barefoot,
That's the same concept.
I know, but I'm okay with it. You put a barefoot on a shower thing where there's soap and all sorts of other stuff to maybe help instead of that, like, grimy-ass boat carpet. I don't know. It's weird. Weird as
But see, I don't like going. This is an OCD one I didn't think of. I don't like going barefoot anywhere.
I feel like you moved to Birkenstocks this year, though. Like, you're going to be barefoot before you know it.
No, not going to be. Like, I don't go
You said
barefoot.
the
in
Same
our own
thing
house.
about flip-flops.
Well, I'm not a flip flop guy.
Birkenstock.
Stocks aren't flip flops.
2 years ago, you just said they were the same thing.
Yeah, because I was ignorant about it. It's kind of like my stance on green.
Wait till you're going to get to barefoot.
No.
You're going to walk around
I
in
used to go
grass.
barefooted all the time till my feet went to shit, till my arches fell.
I was going to say, I got real high arches, and I think they are falling right now. I need to figure out, like, I need a 3D print something just to put in my arch so I can still barefoot.
Well, you can get orthotics.
That's what I wear.
Not barefoot. I'm talking about something like lick 'em and stick 'em and,
Lick 'em and stick 'em in.
suction cups.
Hey, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause brought to you by Rugged Foot.
The holiday shopping season is upon us. Many people talk about shopping local and supporting local businesses. Well, here is a good one for you. The Rugged Foot on historic 4th Street in Huntingburg is the right place for men's and women's safety, hiking, and hunting footwear and accessories. Mike with the Rugged Foot carries brands like Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Danner, Lacrosse, and Dry Shod. Not only are there boots and shoes, but also smart wool socks and Pete boot dryers. Support local, shop local, and visit the Rugged Foot today.
And we're back.
Hell yeah.
Brother Dave, what you got?
Context is key, gentlemen. And
Tell us more.
been waiting for a call from HR this week. Now, I am also bad. I'll tell you, I'm bad about thinking things. But with the newer position, real weird. I don't know why. I feel like I should wear slacks more than jeans. So wear slacks every day. Now, the problem is I'm a big guy, all right? I was always a jeans and polo shirt guy, and some days wouldn't even tuck that polo shirt in. Just let her
Dave.
flap. But, doing what I'm doing, I'm like, well, just in case a customer shows up unannounced, I should be, tucked and slacked. All right? Now, my biggest problem with slacks is they're way more comfortable than denim. But the problem is you get yourself a pair of jeans, and I'm a Duluth guy, the double flex. You got a healthy zipper on them, all right? You got wide teeth, big fucking handle.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go to slacks, you get the slim zip with the baby handle. Okay. Now when I go to relieve myself and I walk up to the urinal, all right. Now I used to be an undo the belt, undo the button, unzip the britches, not drop the drawers, but
Pulls him down to his fucking
Oh.
ankles.
over the top. And one night I was out drinking. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, man? You're a dude. Just unzip your fly. And there's a reason there's a flap. And that changed my life. So now I'm just undo the fly, open the flap, do your business.
How long ago was this? Because I feel like I've been through the zipper pier for a long, long time.
2011.
Didn't know you'd have an exact date. I thought there'd be like a...
I mean, that's an estimate, but it's. I remember I was pissing out of the window of the loft of my buddy's barn, and he was giving me shit because I had to undo my belt, and then like you got your Leatherman on there, and then your other things, and then your
Leatherman
belt,
flashlight, cell phone holder,
and then it's just a real shit show when you're drunk.
pepper spray.
Your bat belt.
But so here's what had happened. All right, here's what had happened. I've been pissing a lot lately, and I've been drinking a lot of water. I don't know if it's because of the steroids that I was on, but I've been drinking a lot more water.
Steroids probably do make you pee a little bit more.
So I walk in there, and I'm gonna stand up for this here because I feel like I got to really let everybody know what happened.
He doesn't realize a lot of our views are audio.
It's
only.
fine. It's fine. At least for you gents. So my mic's falling. You know what? Maybe I don't have to stand for this. It's fine. Nothing's fucked here. So I walk up to the urinal. All right, and that's what you do. It's a stand-up unit for all the folks in listener land that maybe of the female perspective have never seen one. I'm sure you've seen one, but maybe you haven't. You walk up there, you do your business, and then you zip up, and then you wash your hands. You get back to work.
Slap the other guy on the back that's peeing there too.
No, we got
Nice shoes.
we got
healthy.
we got a 3-holer. There's two stalls and then a urinal. All right. So I walk in and take care of my business. I go to zip up my slacks. I get no more than half, but probably a third of the way up. And again, I'm tucking my shirt in, and being a big guy, I wear long tees. I wear the long polos to, cover everything because I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
And my gosh dang zipper got stuck in my polo shirt. Which happens.
Can you imagine the look of panic on his face?
There was no panic in the beginning, okay? Because if you got a pair of Duluths on with a thick zipper, you just give it a good tug and it'll come loose. The problem is you go to wearing them slacks and they got this itty bitty zipper.
Oh, save some oxygen for the rest of
You
us.
can't get no leverage. Now the other problem is when you're a big guy, like you got to kind of hunch over to get to your zipper if you're trying to hold the bottom of the crotch. You know how if you get your zipper stuck, you got to stretch the bottom of the crotch and then you got to try to get it going,
Looked like he was working one out in the bathroom.
That's what I'm getting at. So I couldn't get the zipper unstuck, and now
Dave, what are you doing in the corner?
I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, God damn.
Were you really talking to yourself while you're over there just
Probably
working?
not out loud. Now, there's people, though, in shitters. And you can tell I'm done peeing because there ain't no noise coming from the goddamn urination. So then I start to panic. And I get a little bit upset, okay? And then I'm like, okay, I can't get this with a simple, smooth motion like I would on my Duluths. So I'm getting pissed. My back's starting to hurt from being hunkered over on my zipper. So I'm thinking, okay, you're just going to have to hit it with speed and torque. So, I think, here we go. And I take myself a deep breath because I'm fat. And I give it like 4 or 5 shakes, and I'm really trying to get that motherfucker out of there. And I hear the fucking door open. And
Dave's standing in the corner, sweat running down his forehead, red-faced, hunched over, and he's got his hand in his britches.
now, I've walked in and seen people piss, and I just turn around and walk out. That could have been what happened. But because of the way my brain works, I'm like, man, this guy thinks that I was over here polishing the porpoise, doing the old 5-knuckle shuffle out the piss pump, because it must have looked fucking awful. I'm sweating, and I'm fucking shaking, and my arms are fucking moving, and my zipper's stuck. Well, then what the fuck do you do? Because my fucking shirt's stuck out of my fucking pee hole, I got to walk back to my goddamn office. I can't just pull my shirt down to cover my open fly because my shirt's stuck in my goddamn pee hole. So now I'm sitting here with my fucking khaki slacks and my dark blue shirt.
My khakis.
all fucking stuck out like I got a fucking problem going on here. Stuck through my fucking zipper. So I got to walk through with my hands covering my crotch like a fucking weirdo. And I'm pretty sure somebody came in and thought I was defiling myself on fucking company time right there at the goddamn urinal. We had customers in that day. I have no idea who came in. I have no idea what they thought they saw.
But they didn't see it.
I don't know what they did or didn't see, but I didn't turn around like I wasn't going to make eye contact while I'm trying to get my zipper unstuck.
I can see the email now. Hey, Dave, Susie here in HR. We need you to stop by Monday morning. We've got some questions for you.
But context is key. Like they could have said, hey, bro, what's up? And I wouldn't have liked that because what if you were jerking your gherkin? Well, you know, just long day. But,
Dave,
sorry, my zipper's stuck in my shirt.
It's 8:30.
It was, I don't know. I probably made it worse than it was, like just thinking of how I would have taken it if I'd seen some feller like jiggling his arm, sweat rolling down his red face. Just a fat guy with his
Breathing heavy. It depends on what the office vibe is. Like if I would have walked in on that situation, I probably would have made a comment just because don't make it awkward.
Damn.
Hey, big guys.
Beating that fucker like it owes you money.
2 hours later, I was in a meeting with colleagues that I consider close enough that I can overshare with. And I was like, hey, you guys heard any rumors?
Hey, you guys ever jack off at work?
And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, there might have been an incident. It
So
was
why?
an incident, but it could have
So
looked like
since you're at the urinal
yeah.
and you're in a bathroom,
Yeah.
which is a lavatory, like that's where you go to take pisses and shits. Now, you've got one urinal.
One urinal, two shitters. Both shitters were occupied.
Okay. God dang. A lot of guys shitting on company time, huh?
Well, we're doing a big renovation right now, and it's really cut down on the amount of bathrooms in the office area.
So my question is, at that point when you become hung, why would you have not have gone ahead and undone your belt and undone your button and went ahead and just dropped, or not even undone your belt, just go ahead and shuck your britches down a little bit to where you wouldn't have to fight your mud flap to get to that little baby zipper handle?
Well, because
Unfuck
most
your
of the
situation.
most of the time with denim, one good tug and you're in good shape. Like one good tug and it's freed up.
I don't even mess with my zipper and button and all that jazz. I'm 100% over the top all the time, and that is because I have switched instead of a traditional belt that goes all the way around.
I saw those when you were cutting concrete. You got the side strap.
I have switched to the Belt Bros side strap belts, which I run one on each side, and it intertwines with your belt buckles or your belt loops on your
Just
pants,
cinches
and
them down.
it just cinches them down. And I have
Those work pretty good.
Yes, I've done that now for about 6 months, and I don't believe I'll ever go back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I'm not a shirt tucker.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a shirt tugger.
Because
So you got a different belt?
Well, it's not.
It's Velcro straps.
It's 100% what it is, and I don't.
I peeped him the other day while he was cutting my concrete. He was hunkered over, running the saw, and I was like, "What the fuck's he got going on here?" But he had all sorts of shit hanging from his belt loops. He had his knife, his pockets full, britches completely up.
Yeah, so it's a product called Belt Bros, and it's a no buckle elastic belt, and it basically it basically goes on the side of your pants.
Oh, so you don't have a full belt. You
No.
just close two loops
Cinch
on your
two
side.
loops on each side. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's a yeah. I mean, it's like that.
It's a belt bro.
Yeah, but you wouldn't wear them if you tucked your shirt in, would you?
No, you wouldn't. Which I'm not a shirt tucker in any facet. Like I don't, even with me being a tall shirt wearer, like everything I order is in a tall. I don't tuck my shirt in ever. And if I am ever judged for not having a shirt tucker, having my shirt tucked in, then go pound sand because I'm not gonna do it.
So if the guy today would have been like, "Hey, this has been good done at 8:30 in the morning," and tuck your shirt in, then we'd have been to fisticuffs.
Yeah, it would have punched the guy right in the mouth, right in the teeth. Dave, that's a hell of a situation.
Yeah, so it's just, but it was a context thing. Like I say, it's like, man, like if I had a chance to explain myself.
I think you did a great job explaining it. Now, did the two guys like taking a shit? Did you hear any laughs in there while you were doing this?
No, which actually makes me feel a lot better because then I started panicking. Like, I hope that I wasn't saying out loud because I'm bad about like thinking I'm thinking, but I'm actually talking. Like, how awful would that have been? Like, if the same time you think I'm yanking my crank, I'm in there saying, "Come on, whore," like, or whatever it was, because my zipper was stuck. So, but there were no chuckles or giggles. So apparently, I must have done it silently.
I don't. I've definitely experienced what you're experiencing. Because we don't run denim. We wear it's a Carhartt,
Well,
like a
and
gas
why
station.
don't they put
pants.
a healthy fucking zipper on? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why you can't put a girthy fucking zipper on a pair of slacks. Like a good old, YKK with a daggone 1.5-inch pole. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a Carhartt coat. They just got to put them dainty little zippers
A lot
on
of
there.
zipper there, big boy.
Well, I mean, when you're trying to hold all this back.
That's 42
bullshit.
teeth, and that's to hold back a monster.
I had
Zipper.
not that kind of incident, but I've
Context.
in my
key.
Dockers. I can wear some Dockers at work.
Oh God.
I've broken the zipper,
Oh yeah.
and like first, like you got a 50-minute drive to work. You're drinking coffee, whatever some water in the morning. Usually, the first stop at work, there's a restroom right there. Hit it every time, and I've busted the zipper, and I've been there like trying to like get the zipper to like slide up. I mean, not to that extreme, but busted some zippers. And then I went on Amazon and I bought. They have some like zipper things that have a little bit.
Now, do you
longer.
wear your slacks like you wear your suit pants?
No, I wear it below the belly.
Now, see, so do I. And I feel like this isn't something skinny guys deal with because since I wear mine below the belly, and I normally end up having to like pull over the button just a little bit, I feel like it puts the zipper in the bind because the top of the zipper's splayed out and then the bottom isn't.
I don't ever unbutton or button my pants. Even if I wear pants with a button and zipper, I don't ever use the button or zipper.
Now, see, most of mine are big
Ever.
enough. Most of mine are big
Really?
enough that I do the
Never.
same thing with denim. But on my Lee Double Flex or Comfort Flex slacks, I feel like I'm not like struggling to get them buttoned, but there's a small amount of stretchage to get them to button, and then that gives the splayed top, the heart-shaped zipper, and I guess really talking through it, if I were to, be fired for my crude conduct that didn't actually happen, I'd probably sue Lee for fucking me.
Yeah, I think
Just
you're
trying to piss.
I think you're okay. Good shape. It is now time for Brado's 3 Big Things, brought to you by Merkley and Sons.
You got to call him.
The month of giving thanks is upon us, and so is one of our favorite holidays, Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving, consider stopping by Merkley and Sons to see what they have to offer. We promise you won't find a butterball in their shop. Whether it's one of their famous smoked turkeys or turkey rolls, you can't go wrong. If you're looking to go away from turkeys, well, the fellas over there at Merkley and Sons, they've got you covered on that too.
All right, here we go, Brado. Thank you for sending in this week. Top podcast. The Daily has been dethroned, and there's a new #1 podcast in the United States.
Joe Rogan.
I know it should be the Dutchmen, and you guys are #1 in all our hearts, but take a guess without clicking on the article. What or who do you think it is, and why or what do you think makes that podcast the top?
It's got to be Joe Rogan, and honestly, I think I saw this one. I think it is Joe Rogan.
It is.
I feel like it's probably. I've never heard of the Daily, to tell you the truth.
Never.
But Joe Rogan has excellent guests. He's not restricted by time. And I feel like most of the folks that go on there are just wanting to have a conversation and don't feel pressured to
Have
stick
politics one way or the other.
within any constraints. And I think that's what makes them popular. It's just a candid conversation. A couple folks just hanging out, shooting the shit, and I think that's what makes them popular.
Yeah, and what I don't understand is how Joe Rogan's not the top and all that, because his numbers like crush. But he does like 3-4 hour long podcast. Like I tried to get in on the Joe Rogan experience, and I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Before we started ours, that was the first and only podcast I listened to, and I listened religiously.
Really? So here was clicked on the article. So the Daily comes from the New York Times, which might be why you don't listen to it if you don't.
Is it called the Daily Mail?
No.
Or is it just the Daily?
The Daily.
I do the Daily Wordle from the New York.
The Mel Robbins podcast, never heard of it. Apple, which has an outside place in the podcast, is top 10. 2 other shows broke into the top 10. Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy at number 7. The Ezra Klein Show, another New York Times podcast at number 10.
Where does Crime Junkies fall in there?
Just
They
getting
were in
ready
there.
to say it. Crime Junkie, Dateline NBC, Smartlist, The American Life, Huberman Lab.
Those gals are from Indiana.
Who's that?
The Crime Junkie gals.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We should get them on the show. They probably need our.
for sure.
Yeah, we need their help a lot more. I think the interesting thing of it is like, well, and it goes into episodes. So the top individual episodes, number 1 episode was from the Telepathy tapes. Number 2 was from Crime Junkie. Number 3 was Taylor Swift's appearance on New Heights. Number 4 was Elon Musk on Rogan. And number 5 was a Trump-focused episode of The Daily, which I'm sure the New York Times and its left-leaning with their episode about.
I keep a track on the podcast charts when I'm checking our statistics, and just based on views, we are within the top 3%. But there's like a bajillion of them, so we're
Yeah.
not anywhere near a fucking list.
Yeah. No, we could.
But
do-
we're starting season 4. We might just wear them down, and people are like, well, fuck.
might as well listen to these dumb bastards.
That
that keep
bastards ain't
doing it.
going anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Rest in peace to Penny. To the Penny. The last one was minted this afternoon in Philadelphia. After 238 years, it just made sense, play on words there, because it was CENTS,
Attaboy.
to discontinue the much maligned coin because of production cost. It's from Brado here. Well, what the heck now are we going to throw in wishing wells? Seriously, though, superstitions. The Dutchmen believe in any of those old wise tales. Penny heads up, 4-leaf clover, etc.
So I'm gonna focus in on the penny part. We've talked about this before, and it's been a long time coming. But I'm not eager, but anxious maybe to see the impact of getting rid of the penny.
Well, you're starting to see the signage. Everything's round up or round down.
Well, so here in Indiana, we have a 7% sales tax. You can't do 7% with a nickel, dime, and quarter.
Well, they'll just probably raise the sales tax.
Exactly.
That's what they're going to do.
Well, and that's what I mean. And we've got lots of taxes that are not on a 5 or 0
yeah.
scale. And are they going to raise it or lower it? They're going to raise it. It's what they're going to do. So hopefully they lower something
I didn't
else,
know
but-
that it was really coming to fruition at a local level, but when we were up there at deer camp, we thought we were out of trash bags. So one of the guys ran up to the grocery store there in English to pick up a box of Hefties, and he had his receipt, and he said, "Look here, the total was supposed to be like
83 cents.
yeah, $5.83 or $5.88 or some shit
So
like
his
that."
rounded down.
So they rounded down to just $5.80.
A lot of the fast food joints. Now, I did go to McDonald's for the first time in ages and paid in cash for the first time in ages because normally I'll do the
App.
mobile app, and it was ended in a number that wasn't a 5 or 0, and so I paid my 3 pennies because you keep changing your truck, and they took it. But there, I have seen where there's the signage on there. Hey, due to the new blah blah blah, no pennies. If it's 84 or less, it's 80. If it's 86 or more, it's 90.
So one would think here in probably 25, 30 years, those 20, 25 pennies are probably going to be a collector's item, huh?
Well, I think I heard that the last penny made has a mark on it, has an X on it or something to signify as the last, and they said that penny could be worth millions someday.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's lots of pennies out there that are worth, like the 1943 D steel penny is worth over $1 million. There's lots of unique coins out there. For
Yeah, if
the
you're into coin
numismatic,
collecting.
folks.
But to Brado's point about,
Superstition.
wishing wells, Brado, if you're only throwing a penny in for a wishing well,
You ain't getting shit.
ain't getting shit. You got to
The
go.
Dutchmen are throwing hundos.
No.
We're throwing
Maybe a
maybe
quarter.
Yeah,
Nickel.
nickel. So, and then
But yeah, no. And as far as the superstition goes, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to bend over unless it's heads up. And if it's heads up, yeah, I'll bend over and pick it up. But now, do I believe it's good luck or whatever? I don't know.
Now, do you think before the last penny was minted, would you have picked up a nickel?
Yeah.
So now you'll just pick up everything.
Right.
Yep.
I will be honest. When there's something like that on the ground, I just bypass it.
Usually, too, at a convenience store, like if say that something's 97 cents or some shit, and I give them $1 and they give me 3 pennies back,
Take a penny, leave a penny.
I throw it in that every time. Every time.
I'd say I have taken a penny one time for every 30 times I've left a penny.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto.
I think it'll be interesting to see.
You
I
think
mean,
those guys just pocket that at the end of the day? Like, bastards.
No. I think you'll see that there's still a lot of pennies in circulation. So I think this immediate
It's going to
reaction,
take forever to phase out.
the immediate
would-
reaction of businesses to do this, I'm a little surprised by. But
I think it's just
but-
it's just one step towards the cashless society. I
Well,
think
the
it's
deal,
just-
and that's what I'm saying. So the deal is there's still a gajillion pennies out there, but nobody carries cash or coin anymore. They just pay with their card.
I wonder what the statistic would be on the amount of cashless transactions versus cash transactions, and how much this actually really
I
impacts
bet
I
things.
bet the cashless is.
I bet it's 80% cash.
I believe it's crazy higher.
And there's some places you go.
that are still cash only, which is a thing of the past.
Now, how about that? Yeah. So I was just at Restore today. That's where I bought all my cabinets for the uppers, for the smokers lounge kitchenette. And my wife, she gets bent out of shape because some places will put 3% charge on a credit card, and I keep telling her everybody's charging 3% for a credit card. The deal is if they're telling you, that means that they're still honoring the cash price, but everybody else is just marking their product up by 3%. So
Exactly.
you're paying that
Exactly.
Yeah.
everywhere. But now, how are you going to do 3%?
Yeah, you can't.
I think
5.
Well, and that's the thing. When you look at the numbers for your credit card receipts and what you owe back to the credit card companies, like you think like, 3% is not that much, but for larger entities, especially one that I may be employed at, it is a substantial amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
But the other thing they make it tough is like some places that don't accept checks, or if you're in the business world, if you're going to pay by check, it's a $15 processing fee
Yeah.
for checks. So it's weird because you're getting finagled into different, however that's going to work out.
I
But
got the biggest kick out of it. My oldest son got his tax returns back. Pardon me. And his state tax return, I think, was 32 cents. So they wrote him a check and then put a 67-cent stamp on it,
yeah,
to send his 32-cent
yeah.
tax return back. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that cost him $14.
Well, but that's the whole point of the penny, where it was 4 or 5 cents to make for every penny. It just wasn't feasible.
Right.
Wasn't economical.
Absolutely not. It
Last-
needed to go for a long time.
Last one here from Brado, getting their kicks. It's not just your imagination, NFL fans. There has been a lot of long field goals this season,
Wasn't there
And-
like a 60-yarder?
including a record-setting 68-yarder by Cam Little of the Jacksonville Jaguars. From Brado here, hot take, incoming from a guy who has spent his whole life around the sport of football. I am out on field goals. I think they've become too easy for these guys. We got to do
68
something.
yards?
Yep. We got to do something. Teams are almost in field goal range after receiving the kickoff. My solution, either limit them to only one field goal per half or make the damn post tighter. Dutchman.
You know, I'm not a sports guy, but I feel like if, I don't know, you take 20 years ago to now, how wide is a goalpost? 15 feet?
It's wider than that.
18 feet?
You're
Mason's
talking about
looking it up.
yards.
No. How wide is a goalpost?
Like the post, it's the skinny post itself, or are you talking about the distance from post to
The
post?
distance from post to post, maybe 18 feet.
No, it's 10 or 12 yards.
No.
It's 18 feet.
Holy shit.
18 feet, 6 inches.
Okay.
So, you're kicking a ball that is 6 inches in diameter.
NFL are 18.6. High school is 23.4.
Okay, so NFL, you got an 18-foot wide slot that you're kicking. I'm assuming a football is about 6 or 8 inches across. From 68 yards. Whether it's now or it's 1972, when the goalpost was the same distance and the ball was the same diameter, that's an impressive thing to do.
It is.
Because and you got to take into account. You snap the ball, and I believe on a field goal, they can the defensive team can charge right away, right? Like
Anytime.
I know on a kickoff now they got to wait till it's caught to go. But so you have maybe 6 seconds from the snap.
Whew. I don't know that you have that long.
That's
what
way
I'm,
too
That's
long.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think Brado may be a little off here, and I hate to say it, Brado.
well,
I
he's a
love
big
you,
offensive guy.
but you still have a tenth of a minute or less to make it happen. And if you're kicking that little ball 68 yards, 68 times 3, 3 and 8 is 4, 2, 3, and 3, that's like 104. No, that's not right. That's more than that. No, that's about right. 140 feet. I don't know.
68-yard field goal, that's 180 plus 24.
There you go. That's impressive. Like that's not. I don't think anything's happened in the NFL to make that easier to do. I think that people have just gotten better at their craft.
Well, some of it, I think he's talking about the extra points, which have always been automatic. And if you want to see that rule change where you can, do a 2-point conversion, 3-point, whatever.
I think what he's saying is when you have a tight game and say you're going for that game-winning field goal, used to you had to get within, if you
An
weren't-
earshot. You had to get on the other side of the 50 into the 40.
Yeah, if you
Because
were
they
down in the
couldn't do
40,
it.
if you were down in the 35, 40-yard line, that's where you come into field goal range. But you've got all these proficient kickers now, like this little guy and
So they're good at what they do.
Matt Gay and Danny Tucker and Legatron,
Matt Prater.
Prater and all,
Prater, yeah.
Legatron that used to kick for the Vikings. Like these guys are, just like Vinatieri that played for the Colts for years and years. He's fucking automatic. Like that motherfucker had ice running through his veins. There was no way he was going to miss.
So why should he be chastised because he's good at what he does?
Absolutely shouldn't be. It's just it's a whole nother dynamic. People pay millions. These franchises pay millions of dollars for quarterbacks. These people pay millions of dollars for these pass rushers and these edge rushers and these star wide receivers and running backs. Well, guess what? When it comes down to it, you're in Super Bowl 200.
It only takes 1 point to win the game.
Yeah, and you're tied, and you get that. You break the cusp of the 50-yard line. And it's fourth and
Now, if they had
5
made
with
the-
2 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, you got a kicker in your bag that can bang 60-yarders all day long. Well, he's worth his weight in gold.
Like to Brado's point, if they said, "Hey, now the field goal is as wide as the sidelines," okay, now I can see that maybe something has changed to make this unfair. But I don't think.
I think
they've
if they
changed
wanted,
the width of
yes,
the
I
field
think they
goal.
do though. I think they 100% do. As kickers progressively, start stretching their yardage farther and farther. If you want to make it tougher, don't go away with the field goal. Tighten it up. Make it 10 feet wide. Make it 15 feet wide. Make it tougher on them.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think that because kickers are better means that you should necessarily make it harder for them. You've not done anything to make it easier for them to make a field goal. They've just gotten better.
Right.
Well, and that's
Now,
you got to
if you
adapt
told me
to the
that
game.
from 1980 to now, hey, they made the field goal, 18 inches wider. Okay, now we got a conversation. Now we can talk about, okay, you got to go the other way with it because obviously it's deciding games because your allowance on the field goal width, the post width has made it easier for somebody to win a game. But if they've not changed that, I think that good on the fellas that are just perfecting their craft.
Well, and what has happened in the advancement of the game and bigger, faster, stronger, kickers aren't just that guy that was that dork that didn't want to take hits. These guys are freaking athletes. They train for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an adaptation of the game. But, Brado, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. We appreciate your support and help week in and week out. We always enjoy getting your email with Brado's 3 big things. And it's now time for some final thoughts brought to you by Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair.
The weather has turned to the beautiful fall that southern Indiana can provide. The weather will continue to turn to the bitter cold that southern Indiana can also provide. If you find yourself in need of updating your furnace or needing that furnace maintained or repaired, give our buddy Todd Hayes at Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair a call. Todd is a trusted provider and can provide the attention and response needed if you find yourself in a crisis with your furnace this fall and winter. Give Todd a call today.
Brother Dave, some final thoughts.
Thank goodness for good neighbors. I was bitching earlier in the show about how busy I've been. But as busy as I've been, there's been somebody here helping me every time, every night. Somebody from the community. So, remember the folks that are always there to hang out and help out and then do what you can. You can't always pay those people back, but you can pay it forward to the next guy. So do what you can.
Big fella.
This comes out when? December what?
2nd, 8th, 6th.
Okay,
6th.
so don't fall into the materialistic bullshit like I said last week. The holidays are coming. Open door policy, seasonal depression's a real thing. It's gloomy. We're getting into that gloomy time of year where the days are short. Everything's getting nutty. Stress levels are going to go through the roof. The weather's going to suck ass, and you're going to enter that dirty winter that Brother Casey calls it and stuff like that. But, just keep your chin up. Always remember that tomorrow's another day, and be thankful for what you got, and Christmas will be here before you know it. Keep your stick on the ice. Thanks for listening.
Big thank you to Krieg Insurance, Lights by Logan, The Rugged Foot, Merkley and Sons, and, of course, Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair for bringing you this segment of the show. We appreciate their support. And, of course, as we are in December, we appreciate the support of all of our sponsors this year. We saw some pretty good growth, some things to make it even more worthwhile to talk about your business. And, obviously, these people that are part of the show, we use them.
That's
They're
right.
part of the family. So I don't have anything too profound. We're into December when this airs, which means we're getting ready to roll into 2026. And I don't know where the year went. It was a busy one, but it's been good. But also, soup season has been
Hell
upon
yeah.
us. Made a classic navy bean and ham hock soup. Very simple. But I enjoy a good soup season opportunity. Still got a couple on the list. Obviously, I get chili out early in the season. But I got to get some of that traditional chicken noodle and some chicken and dumplings. I make a mean chicken and dumplings recipe that sometimes forget. Mom used to make it. Obviously, she makes it better than what I ever could. But hadn't had bean soup in forever. And I was over there at Merkley and Sons and saw, they had some of those. You know what I'm talking about? Those ham hock pieces.
Mm-hmm.
About a 3 pound piece of ham there to throw in there, the beans, and just crock potted it. Simple crock pot recipe, and it turned out great. So it was a little touch of being a kid because I can remember it as a kid. And of course, we made a little cornbread with it
Hell yeah.
to make it work. But it's soup season, so get you some soups. They're good.
Amen.
But gentlemen, with that, we've enjoyed you being here. Take us out.
Dutchman out.